Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Please, if this is your first time here, kindly don't make it the last time by subscribing down below. Thank you so much. So my last update about Jodah and Akbar was how Benazir actually revealed herself as a snake that she is, and at the end of the day she killed that soldier who read her letter and tried to sleep with her. So that was the last update, and this is a continuation of that. Please keep watching. Anga comes to the garden where the soldiers captured one man, and the soldier says that the man was announcing in the market that nobody can beat him in wrestling in the palace. And Anga asks the wrestler that who is he. The wrestler says that his name is Imtiaz, and his work is that he goes to each and every corner of India, but nobody has ever been able to beat him before. And now he is in Agra, and he is challenging everyone that nobody can beat him. And Anga shouts that she can behead the wrestler right now, but she would not. And the soldiers take the wrestler away, and Anga thinks that this is her chance because her son Adam is the only one who can beat the wrestler. At the terrace, Atka asks for permission to kill Abu Mali for doing all this evil against Mughal Empire, but Jalal says that Abu Mali is his sister's husband and he cannot make his sister a widow, and Jalal laments over his bad luck even as Atka warns him of the enemies getting fearless, and Anga calls Jalal to harem. Jalal comes to harem where all the ladies were present, and Anga says that one man came and challenged Jalal openly. Though this is a wrong way, but the rule is that everybody can put his views in the palace, and Jalal needs to answer the man correctly. Amida caught in their conversation and says that if Jalal answers the wrestler challenge, then anybody would come and challenge the king in the future as well. But Rukaiya says that she is with Anga, and Jalal should answer the wrestler once and for all, so that nobody will get the courage to challenge the king again. But Jodah caught in as well and says that she is with Amida because it is written in the books that the king should take safe steps in his life because they don't know anything about the wrestler and maybe he is being sent by the enemies. And Benazir also interrupts and then says sorry, but Jalal asks her to complete her talk. Benazir says that she is with Anga and Jalal should just answer and accept the challenge of the wrestler. And Jalal angrily says to Amida never to call her here to discuss about political matters because he has Anga and the ministers to discuss with. And Jalal looks at Jodah and says that he doesn't like discussing these matters with wives. And Jalal also warns Benazir not to ever interfere in his matters again. And Jalal concluded by saying that tomorrow he would accept the challenge of the wrestler and he will see him. In the court, Atka scolds the wrestler for challenging the king, and Jalal asks the wrestler what he wants, and the wrestler says that he wants to fight with the strongest man in Agra, and the rule would be that he would fight 3 men, and if he loses, then he would become Jalal's servant, but if he wins, then the king would accept his defeat. And on hearing this, the entire ministers shout and attack the wrestler, but Jalal stops them and accepts the challenge. Outside, the wrestler and Benazir comes face to face with each other and they were about to cross each other but stops, and Benazir just nods her head that no, and the wrestler leaves. In harem, Resham announced to the amused wives that some commoner has challenged the king, so everyone are invited to witness the wrestling. And Moti comes to Jodah and informs her that tomorrow there will be wrestling between Imtiaz and the Mughal soldier, and all the wives are invited. Jodah says that she doesn't know what enjoyment Jalal gets by fighting and by saying bloodshed, and Moti says that in Amer, they also go to wars and battles, and Jodah says yes, she agreed that they go to war, but it is not for enjoyment, and Jodah says that it doesn't matter if she will be there or not as far as Rukaiya will be there, and also that Benazir, and a servant comes there and informs Jodah that Jalal has called her, and Jodah was thoughtful. Outside, Atka was discussing the strategy with Jalal and Jodah comes and Atka leaves. Jodah sits and Jalal says that he has thought to invite Jodah personally, but Jodah says good, but she will not come because she doesn't like fight and wrestling. And also, it doesn't matter whether she will be there or not because all the family members will be there and Jalal's special one as well. Jalal says that but Jodah is also one of his special wife, and Jodah says yes, but she doesn't used to attend fight and wrestling back then in Amer as well. And Jalal says that in Amer, Jodah was a queen, but here in Agra, Jodah is his wife and his order is that all his wife will be at the wrestling because he would not like when he preferred Benazir's idea over Jodah's idea. Jodah says that she did not say Benazir's name, but Jalal has started taunting her again. Jalal says that he learnt everything he's doing from Jodah, and Jodah still insists that she would not come to the wrestling because she wanted to be at Tanu's singing event, but Jalal asked her to go out, and now she doesn't want to come for the wrestling, but Jalal is forcing her, and Jalal says that Jodah would come, and Jalal presents Jodah a medal and says that Amida wants Jodah to tie the medal to the winner's hand because everyone would witness the wrestler's defeat, and Jodah says that so Jalal has even decided he's winning even before the game. Jalal asks that what do Jodah mean, and Jodah says that the wrestler must not be stupid to challenge Jalal in a full court, and the wrestler is not an idiot to come on his own to get killed by Jalal. Jodah says that she knows that Jalal doesn't like her suggestions, but still she will say that Jalal should not underestimate the power of his enemies, and Jalal should not give his enemies another chance because it will be the first step towards destruction. But Jalal turns his deaf ears to what Jodah was telling him. Hakim and Atgar discuss the strange way of the snake bite of the dead soldier, and they discuss that they should be extra alert because it may be part of the enemy's plans. In Benazir's room, Benazir wants to meet the wrestler, but Zakira warns her that if Jalal comes to know that Benazir and the wrestler were sent by Abu Mali, then they will be in trouble. Hakim and Atgar discuss that during the wrestling match, Jalal should be guarded with extra care because Maqshood the soldier had died in a very strange manner, and Hakim advised Atgar to search the dead soldier's room for anything strange. Jodah says to Rahim that he asked too many questions and that she told him 3 stories, but Rahim was still not sleeping. And Rahim says that he was feeling sleepy, but he has promised Hakim that he would play guessing game with him. And since Hakim is not here, then he will play the game with Jodah. And Hakim says some questions and he asks Jodah to answer, but Jodah says that when Hakim comes, then they will ask him. Benazir comes to the wrestler and he was shocked and he asks that why is Benazir here, and Benazir asks whether there is a message for her, but the wrestler says that Abu Mali was disappointed with Benazir because he sent Benazir here to finish the king, but Benazir has refused to do that, and Abu Mali has done a very hard work on Benazir, but Benazir is still not able to go close to Jalal, and Benazir says that whenever she tried to go close to Jalal, then some obstacles do come her way, and the wrestler says that Benazir should destroy every obstacles and go close to Jalal. A voiceover says that to find how Maqshood died, Hakim had gone to search for clues in his room, and Hakim sees a big box and opens it, and Hakim finds the letter that Benazir wrote and he read it, and he thinks that who wrote this guessing type of letter, and he read Benazir's name on the letter. He then remembers Rahim and he goes to him, and he finds Rahim with Jodah, where Rahim asks Jodah to answer his question, and Jodah asks Hakim the question, but he could not guess it, so Jodah tells Hakim that the question means her name. Jodah tells Hakim to put the first letters of each line of the question together and it will become her name, Jodah, and Rahim goes out to sleep. Hakim asks Jodah whether Benazir is a Muslim, and Jodah says yes, and Hakim asks that then why did Benazir write a letter in Avdi language, but Jodah says that Hakim should not ask her any question about Benazir, and Hakim asks whether Jodah is angry with Benazir, but Jodah says that Hakim is talking just like his brother Jalal. Hakim asks Jodah if she is angry with Benazir or with Jalal, because Hakim guesses that Jodah was annoyed with Jalal, and what Jodah felt for Jalal was showing on her face, and Jodah wonders that how was her feelings of hatred showed on her face, because she hated Benazir and not Jalal. Rukaiya was with Oshia and playing Santraj with her, and Rukaiya was very unhappy that everyone except her was being given importance by Jalal, but she has been royally ignored by Jalal. Benazir was with Zakira, and Benazir was saying that she cannot wait anymore and she has to do it tonight, and after killing the king, then she will run away with the wrestler, and after she leaves, everyone will be mourning for Jalal's death and she will be away, far away from here. But Zakira asks that would Benazir go to Jalal because Jalal has not called her to his room, and Benazir says that one has to go to the mountain if the mountain did not come to you. And similarly, she have to go to Jalal because Jalal will not come to her, and Zakira says that Benazir should be very careful. Benazir tasted her poison on a flower, and Zakira says that Benazir should not waste her poison, but Benazir says that to kill Jalal, she have enough poison, and Zakira should just keep the snake ready because she would need it after killing Jalal. Benazir comes to Jalal's room and Jalal says that she is looking beautiful and the diamond definitely belongs to only her, and Benazir says that it is about how Jalal sees her because Jalal gave her a diamond, But Jalal never allowed her, the real diamond, to come closer to him, and she wants to give herself to Jalal today. Jalal smiles and Benazir comes closer to Jalal and she was about to kiss him. But Rukaiya comes to talk to Jalal and Benazir was very angry that every time she is about to finish her work, all these queens always come in to disturb her, and Benazir leaves the room. Rukaiya says to Jalal that sorry to disturb him, but today in front of everyone and in front of that maid, that is Benazir, Jalal said that he doesn't need his queen's suggestions. Jalal says that he pointed towards someone else, which was Jodah and not Rukaiya, and Rukaiya says that she doesn't care how much Jalal wants to taunt Jodah, and all she cares about is her own respect and her position. And Jalal says that he likes the fact that Rukaiya put importance to her position just like him, and it will make it clear to everyone once he gets a chance that Rukaiya can give any suggestion to him. And Jalal asks Rukaiya what she thinks about the wrestling match tomorrow, and Rukaiya says that she knows that Jalal is a good wrestler. In the morning, Jalal comes into the stadium where all the wives were present, and Jalal sees Jodah and he smiles, but Jodah was irritated that Benazir was also present there. Adgar announced the match and its rule to the people, and they chant for Jalal. Zakira asks Benazir that what if Imtiaz, that is the wrestler's name, wins, but Benazir asks Zakira not to dream much because the Mughals also have great soldiers in them, and maybe they would beat Blue and Black out of Imtiaz. The fight starts and Imtiaz single-handedly beats the first soldier and Jalal was scared, and Imtiaz beats the second soldier too, and he says to Jalal that he has finished beating his two soldiers and only one person is left, and if he beats the one person as well, then Jalal would have to accept his defeat, and Jalal fumes in anger and he gets up to go for the fight, but Maham Anga says that Jalal cannot fight, and Maham Anga asks Jalal to talk with her in private. Jalal and Maham Anga were together, and Maham Anga says that Jalal would not risk his life and fight wrestling with Imtiaz, and Maham Anga suggests that Adam Khan should be called from the prison to fight the wrestler, but Jalal disagreed to that. Rukaiya comes there and says to Jalal that it doesn't matter if Adam fights, and Adam is very strong, so he would not let Jalal down. Jalal says that Adam was guilty, so how can he allow him to fight for the kingdom? Rukaiya says that Adam is already paying for his deeds in the prison, and it is a request to Jalal that if the Mughals' respect is at stake, then she is ready to forgive Adam for everything he has done for her, and if Jalal allow Adam to fight, then he would be victorious because it is only Adam that can do this, and Jalal was thoughtful if he should listen to Rukaiya and make Adam fight for the kingdom or not. Oh my god, my eyes is so heavy. It's midnight here, and because of Jodah and Akbar, I did not sleep. Thank you all so much for watching till the end. Please don't forget to give this video a like because it helps the channel, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.